Right now, the worldwide search for rare blood donors for little Zainab has people taking action.
Donations are really starting to pick up. We're very excited to see more and more donations coming this way.
Zainab's parents seeing firsthand the outpouring of support for blood donors wanting to help their daughter.
It's a blessing. See how many people donate blood for our daughter.
Plus, we'll introduce you to a woman who came in to donate for Zainab and ended up being an extremely rare find.
We know that there are very few people with that blood, so that's how we know that it's a pretty serious thing.
The latest on finding rare blood for Zainab starts right now. Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Susan Forbes. Zainab's story has gone viral and it's inspiring people around the world to donate blood, each one hoping they will be the perfect match to help little Zainab. Zainab is battling cancer and requires blood transfusions, but she has extremely rare blood, which has triggered OneBlood to launch a global search to find donors that have the same blood as her. Her blood is rare because it's missing a very common antigen known as the Indian B antigen. Zainab can only receive blood from a donor who is also missing the Indian B antigen. And because the antigen is so common, it is that much more difficult to find people who don't have it. And the only people who are likely to be missing it are people who are Pakistani, Indian, or Iranian descent. And of these populations, less than 4% are likely to be missing the antigen. Right now, the number still stands at only 3 people in the entire world who are a match for Zainab. 2 donors found in the United States and another located in the United Kingdom. Their donations are right there on your screen. But more donors are needed to sustain the amount of blood that Zainab will need throughout the course of her cancer treatment. It's been just over 2 weeks since we shared Zainab's story with you. And while we haven't found any additional matches yet, more than 21,000 people from around the world have now contacted OneBlood wanting to donate. Those people are being contacted, and every day, more and more donations for Zainab are arriving at our labs for testing.
Last week, we only had 1 shelf of directed units for her. This week, we have 4 whole shelves of directed units that we are actively testing right now, trying to search for a compatible donor for this little girl.
OneBlood has doubled its testing efforts, and we are now doing the compatibility testing at 2 of our labs, one in Fort Lauderdale and the other in Orlando. Testing is taking place around the clock. Zainab's parents got to see the potential matches that are coming in for their daughter when they visited OneBlood's reference laboratory in Fort Lauderdale on Monday. There was a sleeping Zainab. She woke up for a little bit and she received a teddy bear given to her by our laboratory director.
Hello. Hello, Zainab.
Zainab went back to sleep, but her parents got an update on the work that's going on behind the scenes 24 hours a day to find more blood matches.
I just wanted to show you how we're very excited. We're getting many bins of blood. These are all people that have come in and want to be tested for Zainab.
It's a blessing. See how many people donate blood for our daughter. It's such a blessing. But the good thing is people are donating blood.
People are donating.
Yeah.
People are listening. They're here.
Yes.
They want to help. So.
They have feeling for us, for everyone.
Yep.
That's the good thing, yeah. We will find the donor, the compatible soon, yeah.
That's all I keep hoping is, all I want for, my Christmas is another donor.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 or 4.
You guys are doing so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure. I have kids too, I understand.
Oh, wow. She is a blessing for everyone. See how many people are donating blood.
While the search continues for more compatible donors, we are pleased to share that one of the first people identified as a match for Zainab has been able to donate again.
That donor was actually able to donate again. This is a compatible unit for Zainab. We have it here waiting for her if she needs it.
That's good.
One on deck.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So
It is amazing, and so is the response by people wanting to donate for Zainab. As we said earlier, the only people who could be a potential match for Zainab are those who are Pakistani, Iranian, or Indian descent. And members of those communities are stepping up and holding blood drives. Ravina Patel, whose family owns a grocery store in Sunrise, saw a tweet about Zainab's story from the Miami Herald, and that led her to call OneBlood to set up a blood drive. And a few days later, the big red bus was parked out front of her supermarket, welcoming donors.
It is, I can't express how important it is. You could be saving a life. You could help so many people who might, just like Zainab, have this need of a very rare blood type. And for not only OneBlood, but blood banks in general to have that on hand when it's like something like a life-threatening situation, that's just beyond.
And we thank Ravina for her efforts and everyone who turned out to donate for Zainab. You can also host a blood drive for Zainab. If you'd like to do so, just go to our website at oneblood.org. We created a special page all about Zainab. Just scroll down the page and click on the How to Host a Blood Drive link right there on the left-hand side of the page. Then just fill out the form and someone will get back with you. OneBlood's working closely with the American Rare Donor Program, an organization that searches the world for rare donors. The team at the Rare Donor Organization tells us that Zainab's story has triggered an unprecedented response and has created an increased awareness about the importance of rare blood donors.
I really hope that this effort and this particular patient's case, that Zainab's case, has lit a fire in folks to help them realize that they're connected to this effort. I think this is maybe the first time we've seen such a broad response, not only nationally but all across the world, and recognizing that there are indeed patients out there that need special types, and it goes beyond just the simple ABO that everybody knows.
The tremendous outpouring of support for Zainab is also shining a light on the importance of a diverse blood supply.
We are seeing donors from other populations that we might not see very frequently that have responded to this. And I think it's because, you know, there's definitely a personal connection between this particular patient and recognizing that perhaps, you know, those donors are not well represented in the general donor population. I think this is going to go a long way towards helping continue to build that.
The team at the American Rare Donor Program is working with their international colleagues to arrange donations with potential donors who live outside of the United States. So when we say it's a global search, that is how people around the world are being contacted. And we also want to tell you something else that's very interesting that's happening as our team conducts the testing.
Within the Indian community, there's another rare antigen called Bombay, and we're actively screening for that one too. And we've actually identified 2 donors that are Bombay negative. So this gives us an opportunity to register 2 more really rare donors in the American Rare Donor Program.
Which is fantastic. The Bombay phenotype is found in only 4 out of every 1 million people on the planet and is usually only found in people of Indian descent. Now, one of those donors with the Bombay blood type was found in Phoenix, Arizona. She was inspired to donate for the first time because of Zainab's story, and you're about to meet her. OneBlood's Pat Michaels has her amazing story.
Susan, the search for rare blood donors for Zainab leads us to a blood donor center in Phoenix, kind of like the one here at OneBlood. A woman named Shauna Chamban contacted us on Facebook. When she told us she had Bombay blood, she wanted to donate as soon as possible, and we got to tag along.
We never realized how rare or how different it is until we started researching about it on the internet.
She found out she has such a rare blood type during childbirth.
The nurse said that I have this very rare blood type called Bombay type. I was actually in active labor at that time, and they came and said that you have Bombay type, and we had absolutely no idea what they were talking about at that point of time. I did share a post or 2 about Bombay blood type on my Facebook page, trying to tell people that this is a rare kind of blood.
Ironically, a week later, a friend saw the post about Zainab on Facebook and reached out to Shauna. But the idea of donating blood hadn't been in her mind. That is, until she heard about Zainab.
Everyone should donate. I mean, if you are able to, then you have to. And so you should do it. You should do it as often as you can because your blood can help someone.
Shama says she hopes she might be a match for Zainab. But in her case, she's helping herself and possibly someone else with rare Bombay blood like her.
I do feel really special and blessed to have that rare blood because, yeah, if in case any other Bombay type person does need this blood at any point of stage, I would be able to donate because it's important. It could save your life.
It's amazing how Zainab's story has affected so many people like Shauna. She's found out that she could help other people with rare blood like her. She could even help save her own life. Susan?
Shama is officially a blood donor, and she is also being entered into the American Rare Donor Program, which is wonderful. And we want to thank our friends over at Vitalant Blood Center in Phoenix, Arizona, where Shama donated, and thank them for letting us tag along with the camera to capture that important moment. The search for rare blood for Zainab really is an industry-wide effort within the blood banking community. In fact, OneBlood has coordinated donations with 18 different blood centers throughout the United States. Take a look at that map there. This shows you where all those donations are coming in from, and every day more locations are being added. Again, the number still stands at only 3 compatible donors for Zainab, and we need between 7 and 10 donors to sustain the amount of blood that Zainab will likely need going forward. And we can't stress it enough how specific the requirements are to be a possible match for Zainab. You must be exclusively Pakistani, Indian, or Iranian descent, meaning both your birth parents are 100% Pakistani, Indian, or Iranian. You must be blood type O or A. Now, if you don't know your blood type, it's okay. As long as you meet the first criteria, you should still come in and donate, and we will let you know what your blood type is. And remember, it is really important that you let your phlebotomist know in advance that you are donating for Zainab. That is the only way they will know to tag your donation to receive the additional compatibility testing to see if you're a match for Zainab. If you meet those criteria, please go to our website at oneblood.org to find out where and when you can donate. We have instructions for what you need to do if you live in the OneBlood service area and a form for you to fill out if you live outside of the OneBlood service area. If you've already submitted your information and haven't heard back, please be patient because we have received more than 21,000 emails and we're in the process of going through and responding to all of them. And for the thousands of you who have contacted us from outside of the OneBlood service area, we want you to know we have sent your email and your information to the blood center near you, and they will be contacting you to arrange your donations. Now, that is the latest search on the rare blood donors for Zainab. You can count on us right here at OneBlood to keep you updated if we find more compatible donors for Zainab. And remember, the need for blood never stops, whether it's rare blood or not. So share your power to save lives and donate blood.